Yeah, so she got the jacket, right, in an auction. And when I saw the jacket already in the picture before they said they would auction it off, I had so many memories. And
Oh.
so Gary only worn this jacket once, and it was in Mexico, in Guadalajara. That's a little bit down in Mexico, a little bit on the west side. And I remember well, we flew down. Young Living still had an airplane at the time. So Mary, Gary, the two boys, which are now two adults, and we flew down to Guadalajara. And the visit had multiple purposes, but people didn't know that. They all thought he would come for this Mexican convention, and it was full. It was really good atmosphere. The people were great, all that. But Gary had some other things in mind. He was looking for more farmland, and he had heard from someone who took care of his horses here in Mona, who had family in that area, that there was just great valleys with very fertile soil to grow plants. And so we were down for about a week, and people didn't know that. They just thought we flew in and out for the convention. And so we were, for a week, we were traveling all across that area to find especially lavender. And Gary got so angry because he went to the people, the farmers who want to sell him, the farm, and he said, "So show me the seeds." And no one could show him the seeds because they all were growing lavandine and not lavender. Lavandine is a clone. You just cut a little piece of the plant, you put it in there, you get a new clone.
Right.
But the Young Living lavender is real lavender, so you need seeds like for a plant. And so after a while, he got really angry. And then he said, "Ollie, now we're going to do something else." So we took the plane. And instead of just driving and asking the farmers, we flew with the plane over this whole area, and we looked from above, and all these lavender fields looked perfect. And we knew it was lavandine and not lavender.
This is the same color,
Yeah, we didn't
right?
find a single field that looked ugly, and we were searching for an ugly field.
Yes.
Then he was looking for ylang ylang, and he had heard that in this area there's ylang ylang. So we spent about 2 days going to places and asking people in little villages, and then somebody pointed us to a very small little village, and we went there, and they said there's a distillery in there. There's somebody who creates essential oils. And so we knocked on a bunch of doors, and we found it. There was like just one room, and in the backyard, like a little inner courtyard, was a little distiller. And there was one ylang ylang tree, and it looked very dead. It didn't look healthy. But Gary got to talk to that person, and then they had like stones, polished stone, and he started taking essential oils and started, massaging it to Mary's neck and face. It was quite interesting. So, and then we went to a valley, and he wanted to buy the entire valley. We walked, and I have pictures of him with Jacob, still being a young, very young man, or teenager. And we let Jacob run first because he had so much energy. And so we looked at the thing, and he taught me how to eat the dirt, because he said, "Look, this is very moist. It's on a hill that slopes down. This would be great for valerian." And he said, "Up there we could do ninja berries, all of these things." And then he looked for lavender and all that. He looked for the water flow. So I learned so much in just a few days from Gary about farming and agriculture, all that. And then came the event. And so Gary loved mariachi bands. Nobody knows that. It's a Mexican band that plays Mexican music. They're called mariachi. And they march, and it's a very special Mexican music.
Yes.
And nobody knew. Gary loved it, absolutely loved it. So this coat that you got is kind of mariachi coat. So you see Mary bands that have these kind of coats on with a little bit decoration on the top. They're typically black. Then they have a big, sombrero, like a big hat. And so that's what he wanted. He wanted to show respect to the Mexican people by wearing a coat that was very appropriate for the country. And he only wore it once, and now you got that coat. So it's a very emotional history. There's much more to tell, but I mean, we want to keep this somewhat short. But anyway, so that's the history behind the coat. And he went on stage and danced the mariachi, because they were playing mariachi music in this coat. And so people just absolutely loved it, and it was just great.
Wow. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Dr.
So
Ollie.
you got a lot of,
Thank
we
you.
give hugs.
Yes,
yeah.
thank you.
All right.
Thank you so much.
You're so welcome. So bye in wherever you are in the world.